Hey there everybody, my name is Total Dude, and today I got something a little bit special for you. Now this is the 100th video that I have ever released on my channel, and to celebrate getting into triple digits for how many videos I've released, I want to tell you all a short story. I call this story McDonald's After 11. So a while ago, after spending a ton of time studying and finally completing a history quiz, all I wanted was some McDonald's. My head was all fried from studying for this massive quiz, and it just sounded good. Particularly the ice cream, the hot fudge sundae. Now there is a McDonald's pretty close by, so it's like 11 p.m. and here I go for McDonald's. I get there on foot, the doors are locked, but the drive-thru is still open, so I go to the drive-thru on foot. Now listen, this isn't the first time I've ever tried to do this at this particular McDonald's. I walk over there sometimes to get some stuff on the foot, through the drive-thru, and they don't ever really seem to care all that much. Anyway, I walk up to that big speaker box thing that you're normally supposed to order out of your car window and just stand there for a while. Nobody comes to the speaker. I move around to make sure they can see me on the cameras. Nothing. Now this should have been my first indication to go away, but I was here for ice cream and my scrambled brains were not having any thoughts of that whole leaving nonsense. Eventually, I got a truck behind me to pull up to the speaker real close, and the guy instantly starts talking through the box. He just tells me he can't take walk-up orders. Now I have a car. It's a little ways away right here, but I could totally just go get it and come back. But before I left, the guy said to just get the mobile app and order whatever I wanted on it, and then he could just give me the food. So sure, it took forever, doing nothing but standing outside a line of cars ordering like normal, but I got the mobile app for McDonald's and found out an excessive amount of information to get everything set up. I ordered my stuff on the app. Then I realized that the only place to pick up the food is at the drive-thru window. Now my brain was shot, but even then it had enough sense in it to know that this knucklehead talking on the speaker box thing had me download the app and order my food there just so I could get to the same window I would have used anyway. I was a tad angry about that, but at this point I am committed. It's a sunken cost fallacy. I've already paid for it. So there I stand in the line of the McDonald's drive-thru on foot again. Now mind you, this act was thoroughly confusing the cars behind me. They were trying to have secret conversations as if the perfectly clear front window was blocking their pointing fingers and sudden jerks to look away to avoid being caught staring. But I didn't care. In fact, I found it pretty hilarious in my somewhat delirious form of exhaustion. I finally get to the window. The lady inside running the payment window just kind of stares at me. She didn't ever say anything. She just stared at me. That first lady leaves the window. A bit later, a guy comes and slides the window open. He gave me my order number and asked if it was me. It was. He directed me up around the front of the building as they didn't have it ready. He explained some things to me. I guess I was supposed to walk back up to the speaker box thing and actually tell them there that I had done the mobile order. Now at this point, as I take my begrudging stroll up to the front of the outside of the McDonald's, I'm thinking something along the lines of, so you were telling me that you wouldn't take my order, but I still have to use all of the stuff normally used to take an order through the drive-thru just to get my food, but in a dumb manner. Whatever. I'm in for the ride now. So I go up around the front corner and wait there for a small eternity for my food. In the meantime, some stranger named John gave me nearly his entire life story and tried unsuccessfully to pry my personal information, which is a whole story in itself, and I'm just going to glaze right over that part because it's so long. So I finally get my food. I thank the guy who gave it to me anyway, as it is polite, and he did pull some strings to even get me my food, unlike the rest of the people at that McDonald's. And after a brief and frankly unwanted conversation with John the stranger, I bailed out of there and walked home. Then, at last, I finally get my food. I sit down and start eating. The burger wasn't even good. Like, let's be honest here. McDonald's isn't really ever that wonderful, but it's better than this oversauced and slightly burnt thing they gave me. I didn't even get fries, but that's my own fault from the mobile order. So I ate what I could of the burgers and settled for eating the ice cream after. Thank goodness the ice cream was fine. So yeah, all in all, The moral of the story is just don't go to McDonald's after 11 p.m. on foot. You're just asking for some weird stuff to happen. Hey, if you're still here at the end of the video, I need to ask a favor of you. This is the 100th video that I've made, and I'm currently sitting at 11 subscribers. So if you want to do me a favor and just share this video with everybody you know, or people you don't, maybe even give it a like or a comment, I would really appreciate that. This video in particular took me way too long to make compared to my other videos. So if you're gonna share a video, this is the one. Thanks.